Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, I'm here at the donor car. I'm pretty sure that I blew the head gasket yesterday. Kind of a unfortunate sequence of events that I'm going to go ahead and explain now. But when you really get down to it, I would rather I have problems with the car or the car have these issues while it's in my possession and here at home where I can deal with it versus have already had delivered the car and, you know, this happened to the new owners that are, you know, a small family that needs a vehicle, don't need a lot of repair bills. All in all, I feel like I got tricked with this head gasket issue. Basically what happened is I had a coolant leak, I fixed it, I filled the system up as much as it would take. Generally my experience is when I fill the system up, I take the car for a drive, the car usually burps the rest of the air out in the next 10 miles that it's driven. It usually only loses about a quart of coolant. That will basically empty the bottle, but there's still normally enough coolant in the vehicle to keep it at a good temperature, and you do get a low coolant light. So I topped it off best I could, hit the highway, and I got my low coolant light as expected. What I didn't expect was to blow a coolant line during that first little trip. So I'm driving down the freeway, 65 miles an hour. The engine temperature is around 198 to 200 degrees, up to 210, cruising along fine. I get my low coolant light, which I'm expecting. Little did I know, I blew a coolant hose, and the coolant is blowing under the car, spraying out the back. I look in my mirror with my sunglasses on. I thought I saw smoke. I removed my glasses. Of course, this is the first time I've had the car on the freeway. I'm thinking maybe I'm losing a little oil through the turbo or something. It looked like black smoke. So I start watching my gauges. The smoke actually stopped. I said, wow, I might be in the clear. So I began to monitor the temperature gauge on the dash and the temperature gauge on my scan gauge very closely. Well, I had about a mile to exit. I took the exit. I'm drifting down the hill. I'm closely monitoring my temperature gauge. Goes up just a little bit, up around 220. Nothing to be alarmed about. I pull up to a stoplight, and the car stalls. Well, at that point, I believe the car was extremely overheated and no coolant in the engine, and it blew a head gasket, but I didn't know it at the time. So I drift to the side of the road, I come under the car, and I see all this coolant spray on this side of the engine, which is normally the heater supply hose or the heater hose that connects to the driver's side of the motor. I'm going to verify that right now. I'm going to do a compression test, and once I verify that the head gasket's blown, I'm going to tear it apart and rebuild it again. You just got to keep going at it. My thought is, if a car is blowing a head gasket, it'll more than likely misfire, but I guess it probably happens all too fast before the thing could throw a code. So let's see if there's a code in here. No codes. Let's try to start it. Wow, somehow the battery's low. Well, that kind of stinks. Let me pull my car around here and jump it. Battery's probably low because I ran the flashers for an hour or so when I was dealing with this head gasket. So let me get jumpers around here. Okay, here we go. Trying to start it with a jump. Car fires right up. Wow. If we don't get a misfire code, we might be good to go. Let's see where we're at here. Check my RPMs. RPM's a little high, so let me go ahead and shut this down and add some coolant to it. Well, to my surprise, the car starts up. So I added some water in there. As I'm adding water in that side, it's pouring out the driver's side. So I'm going to pull this stuff out, find that coolant leak, repair that coolant leak, and then I'm going to fill the system up and test start it. This is the best way to find out if you have a coolant problem with these cars and possibly a bad head gasket in these vehicles when the system is full. Now, of course, you want to burp it. You can't have any coolant leaks, stuff like that, or this system can give you a false reading. But if the vehicle is intact and the coolant reservoir is at its proper level, let's say, when the car is cold, you can remove this cap, start the vehicle, and there should be absolutely no movement in this coolant bottle. Now, if the car is hot, or the thermostat's broke, or the thermostat's been removed, or something like that, and you start the car cold, and I do mean cold, there'll be movement in that bottle, so you know you have an issue. So what I'm going to do is fix that coolant leak, fill the car up with coolant tomorrow, take it out, burp it, fill it back up with coolant, then I'm going to let it get stone cold, and then I'm going to start the car and see if there's movement in this reservoir. I'm also going to do a compression test. See, one thing that I've experienced with these vehicles is they do drive well with blown head gaskets. Of course, if you got a misfire, that's probably not good. Also, if coolant is oozing out of this bottle while you're driving, that's normally the sign of a bad head gasket. But let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm not sure why it didn't start yesterday and it's starting today, but it fired right up. So maybe a blessing in there for me. But I'm going to be extra careful because I don't want to deliver a defective car to some people that need a good vehicle. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.